Hey guys, this is Az here with Tracy Carrot-Sue McLean.
Hi!
And we're bringing you the first match from the top 8 double elimination, just after what was a pretty amazing game 10 from the day. Here's a quick look at the bracket. We've got Mike Sheikle at seed 1 with Barry S going into the top match, and that's the match we're going to be watching. You can see Jared, Nicole, Ken and Wayne, and Mike and Daryl making up the other brackets. So we're going to be following along the top table in the bracket as well. And yeah, we've got Mike Sheikle on the left playing Near Earth Hub, and we've got Barry Shepherd, first time on camera, playing Noise on the right. I believe Barry hit table 2 but never made it to the top table on the day.
Yeah, that's right, he hit table 2 but just squeaked into the top 8.
I'm sure he meant to make it tight. Likes a bit of a tight one, does our Barry.
Well,
I like Barry. Meg wasn't there in the day, unfortunately, which was sad to see. She couldn't make it. So Grumpy Cats. She was. I have no idea. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you're right. It's the safe assumption.
Yeah.
So it's easy to chat away here because Mike Sheikle's definitely taking a mulligan. Not many bad hands you draw with Near Earth Hub. It looks like Barry maybe hasn't drawn his first hand yet.
I think Mike just wanted to show us all his little Grumpy Cats.
We've seen plenty of his Grumpy Cats. We've seen Mike in a good solid 4 videos in a row now, so not surprised to see him take seed 1 actually. That last game going 7-6 against Ken was an absolute blinder. If you haven't watched that yet, guys, definitely check out game 2 from round 5 of the Swiss. And this is going to have to be a keep, and that looks like Astro Beale Ice. Is that an NAPD?
Yes, yes it is. I remember him showing me this hand whenever we were playing actually, and it was after the mulligan because he'd mulliganed out 3 agendas to mulligan into 4.
And a piece of ice. Wowie.
A piece of ice. But as I recall, his next draw is pretty spectacular. Okay,
well we'll let it come up first before we go on pre-curse. So looks like Noise is also mulliganing, so we've got NEX ready to go. I think Mike actually did his first draw there. Or is he just waiting to? So mulligan from both sides. Obviously if the court mulls and you're able to keep as the runner, you maybe still slightly more comfortable because you know they're kind of going to the luck of the draw after they've mulled. So we'll see what Barry gets. If he gets something that entices a bit of aggression, he could be up trumps here. Noise not known for running early. Okay, so we've got an Architect draw for Mike's actually fantastic. So that's going to give him 2 pieces of ice. It looks like the Enigma went down over HQ and a credit. So not giving too much away of the predicament that he's in. Noise.
I think he had a cash possibly in his first hand.
There's definitely Deja Vu. That looks like a clone chip. Both kind of slightly later cards. So obviously face checking. Oh no, this is going to be the Architect. Oh, that's rough. Okay, so we're seeing Jackson. I think that was a pad. Didn't catch what that was that he installed there. Was that a wraparound?
I didn't quite catch it.
Okay, so he's getting to draw a card for the new server. So he draws into the pad campaign, which is great. Is he going to fire a card from hand for the second subroutine?
Yes.
He is?
Yes, he is.
What was that he installed actually? Was that the Astro? Here's Jackson. I don't think he trashed that here. Oh, he does!
Oh.
Depends what he's got in his hands. So as you said, does he have a cash in hand? Because if he does, that would be great. If that was a wraparound and he just dropped one of the Astros behind that, he is in a fantastic, Mike's in a great situation. The only tricky thing to note is that he only is on 2 credits. So he can't score it this turn. Sweep Sweep will solve that issue though.
Very, very much considering Barry has all the cards right now.
Yeah, so Barry not off to a quick start and having to drop those late plays, Deja Vu. That sucker, quite surprised to see drop it actually.
I actually think what I thought was a cash might actually be a medium. Possibly. Now I've seen it in a better detail. Wow, drop a Grimoire? Must assume, you'd have to think he'd 2 in hand.
So yeah, so Mike's sweeping, installing to draw and gaining a credit. So he's put himself on 7 credits, enough to res and protect, which I'm pretty sure is the Astro behind a wraparound there, although it's definitely an Astro Beale and I think the NAPD is still in hand. Armitage is slow against NEH.
You really want
cash.
in-hand economy, not drip.
I mean, you'd love to see a check on the remote. You can assume probably that when you're seeing top 5 cards as NAPD, as Near Earth Hub, and it hasn't been rezzed, that it's either going to be a San or maybe like a Cyberdex Virus Grid. Virus Suite even, and we're going to get 1 credit plus a ship from San to score that Astro. I'm really surprised that Barry just installed Armitage and took from Armitage there. He could have run HQ to force a res. He could have run the remote, even just to try and deny some credits.
Yeah,
if he
just force him to res something.
Yeah. The Enigma and Wraparound would have cost 5 and possibly, well, wouldn't have prevented that. Thanks to the greatness that is shipment from Sansan.
That card's broken, I tell you.
Just allowing the corp, allowing NEH to score from really 1 credit is pretty brutal.
It is. And then once that Astro Train starts, there's no stopping it, really. You have to just be super aggressive and run everything. And just hope that they can't get another one out.
Now, funnily, it looks like Mike's decided to go wide, so he's definitely not telegraphing that he's got more agendas in hand. Wow, and he has. So was that the NAPD he popped down? So he's popped down to Jackson. No, he's got the NAPD still in hand. He's still got the pad can in hand actually. So yeah, he's popped the Jackson down.
He had 2 though. He drew into a pad. Second, with the install of that other server, he drew into a pad.
So I'm quite surprised he hasn't decided just to go pretty much all out rush here. But possibly a good play. That Architect's really solid. The Enigma he knows isn't going to be broken anytime soon, and I think you're happy to res it for 3, end the run, and cost Noise a click.
Yeah.
Get the Jackson installed, protect against the mills as well.
Yeah. It's first mill in the game. Straight away run.
Nothing.
Seeing
the Biotic would normally give me a bit of happiness knowing that that's not available, but because the Astro's already been scored, it kind of nullifies that.
Yeah.
Wow, so everything's coming in just the right order here for Mike. That must be the Beal then, and it is. Oh, wow. And he scores it out without using the Astro counter with an Astro in hand. This is just really lovely. All off the strength of what I'm pretty sure is a wraparound over that remote that...
What just happened there?
I don't. Mike,
Magic tricks.
Very happy with his play, I think.
I'm pretty sure that's a wraparound as well, and until you get a Corroder out or...
Yeah, it's not good for Faust.
No.
Yeah, Corroder's going to be your one to break that really, or potentially David, although it's not ideal. With these 2 pad campaigns ticking over now, it just puts Mike in an incredible position.
Is that another wraparound? Possibly.
So what do you do if you Barry here? I mean, you're just he does a wraparound and pop-up window in hand. Not that I think he really needs them, and he's just going to go ahead and make sure to pay the credits, Mike. Did he pay the credits there?
I think so.
Oh, he gained two from the pad, of course, and then just 2 in the token. So that pretty much
negated.
It's just all he needs, really. So now he is any agenda away from winning. He has an NAPD in hand, but if he draws into another Beal, another Astro, or his Kronos, indeed, I don't think he was running Drake and Use actually in the day. But he's got a deck full of agendas he can easily steal. And Barry has a piece of ice in front of him that he can't parasite.
No. Can't parasite, not enough dash upper tokens, no breakers.
We can't kill the Architect because it can't be trashed when it's installed, so it's the perfect piece of R&D defense right now. A Mimic and a Medium in this game would be wide open. But it's just not coming together for Noise, who too often struggles to get into what he needs, and no wild side. No draw at all for Barry has just...
He had to spend the first few clicks of the first few turns anyway, drawn to try and dig out what he needs.
It looks like Mike's having a bit of a giggle fit here. I think he is maybe a little bit happy that his first game of elimination has come so sweetly.
Yeah, it's gone so well.
And it's unbelievable what drawing into that second piece of ice from the very first mandatory draw of NEH has done. Having both his HQ and R&D defended was such a crucial thing.
Could have been so different. But I think it was good because Barra and Mike, I think, had quite a bit of banter on the day as well.
It looks like it, yeah.
Oh
wow, so this could be pretty good, but it's going to be too late possibly. Oh my goodness, yes it is. So that's just installed, advanced and Astro counter straight out for 3-1. very sad to see him just top deck with Agenda there, because Barry could have started putting R&D pressure on there. Mike already had a Cybernetics Fire Suite in hand though, was going to really fight against that. So that's a really quick win. NEX just doing what NEX does, installing and drawing. The Architect Fire completely ended that game for Barry, despite his bad hand. So look, thanks so much guys, that was a quick first match in the elimination. You can follow along on the right for the second game.